Week has passed since Russian forces lifted their siege on Chernihiv, retreating north across the border. The change of Russia's focus to the east brought relief to the city, but there are people who are still hiding in shelters at night.
They say they keep staying in the shelters either because their homes were destroyed or damaged, or simply because they still feel too unsafe to go back despite the withdrawal of the Russian troops. Yulia, a bomber who has been living in a shelter since the first day of the war with her 8-year-old son, said there are 60 people still living there. There were hundreds only a few days ago, she said. And in the days of the most intense fighting, there were almost 600 people stayed there. Bomber feels unsafe to be back home as her flat is on the 6th floor, damaged by bombing and left with broken windows. Chernihiv has seen some of the heaviest fighting since the invasion began. Close to the northern border with Belarus, it was encircled and cut off for weeks. Vast areas on the edge of the city where Ukrainians tried to stop the Russians' advance have now been left devastated.
The Ukrainian Ambassador to the U.K. says Russian forces are blocking access to the Black Sea and impeding both humanitarian assistance into the country and the export of goods, including grain, to worldwide markets.
Yes, asked about allegations of war crimes being committed by Ukrainian forces, Ukrainian Ambassador to the United Kingdom, Vadim Pristaiko, said that all incidents would be investigated, but argued there was a difference between killing in the context of military combat and targeting civilians.
Sea for us, that's our own sea. We need it for humanitarian assistance to come in Ukraine, and we actually have it to allow Ukrainian exports, mostly grains, to go out. We are responsible for a significant chunk of food security around the globe. We're clear to all our soldiers that there are some limits. The military are fighting. There are some limits, and each and every incident will be investigated. On a separate note, we're talking about civilians, and Russians are killing, raping just our civilian people. There are differences. All of us hate the war as it is when people are killing each other, but there is a difference when you kill and then shoot at the military when you're fighting, and when you kill innocents